Hey, welcome to my channel. I'm really happy that you're here for this video. I feel like I need to share how I feel about Candus Bly, the mother of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells, after her recent breakdowns during her interviews with Chris and at the prayer circle. I'm not going to just tell you how I feel. I'm going to show you specific things that make me feel this way. Okay, so before I get to all of that, I got to do my schmeal. If this is your first time here, welcome. And please make sure that you subscribe, ring-a-ding my bell, hit the all option so that you'll be notified each time I go live or when I upload a video. And if you're already subscribed, welcome back. I'm so glad that you're here. I also want to add, I just created memberships for this channel. Yay! Will you be one of my OG members of my squad, my spooky squad? Hit the join button and you'll see a bunch of levels that you can choose from. Each level has different perks, so you can pick your passion, pick your poison. Whew. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so this video isn't going to be easy for me to do, but I need to speak up about the new interviews with Candus, and some of you may not agree with my feelings, and that's okay. I've learned a lot of things about myself in my 42 years of life. One thing is, I always have to follow my gut and go with my first impression. From day one, my gut told me that Candus and Dawn were not being honest with us about everything. I've listened to them both without any assumptions or judgment. I actually prayed that they were not involved. During the interview that Candus did with Chris from the interview room, we got to see an emotional side of Candus. But she got emotional for herself, not Summer. She got emotional when she spoke about the hate that she's been getting, not when she was sharing her memories of Summer. One part that stood out to me the most, I'm going to show you. So I have it pulled up here. I have the interview room channel pulled up here, and I have Candus Wells' interview at the swimming hole part 1. And we're going to watch part of this clip here. And I want you to really pay attention to what Candus says when she gets emotional. And then you'll see her. She actually is crying. She wipes the tears off of her face. But listen to her words really closely before she wipes her face.
That's just Summer.
Tell me about Summer.
Tell you about Summer.
I want to know about Summer.
She's a happy little girl.
Okay.
She's the best little girl anybody could imagine. Just like, well, I don't really want to say her name.
Yeah, don't say her name.
But, you know, happy-go-lucky. Nothing ever brings her down hardly.
Mm-hmm. Today's a tough day for you, I can tell.
Yeah, it's really tough. It's been tough lately.
Tell me about that.
Well, every time I look around, I see her face.
Okay.
I don't know what else I can tell you.
Well, help me understand when you went home. Tell me about those dynamics that day.
Okay, so that's the first part of it. I'm sorry, my lighting in here is all messed up. This is not a good recording spot, right? Okay, so that's the first part of it. So, not one tear, right? She's talking about Summer. I see her face everywhere. I don't know what else to tell you. That's it. That's all we get. Okay. So then we're going to skip forward to the part that I really want you to pay attention to. Sorry, I'm doing this on my phone also. Okay, let's see. We're going to skip forward here. This part, this is where I want you to pay attention to when she wipes her tears away. Okay, here we go.
I try to be strong for my boys. I try to have hope. I feel like everybody is against me.
Okay, so right there is where we can see the look on her face change. That's when she starts getting the little cry, you know, when your bottom lip quivers and you're getting ready to cry. That's when her face changes. She tries to have hope for her boys. But then she says, I feel like everybody is against me. And that's when her face changes. So she may have been already a little bit emotional because she's talking about the kids. But then it pushes her over the edge when she starts talking about all the hate that she's getting. So we're going to watch just a little bit further, not much. There's
It's all right.
tears.
You want to rest for a minute? You want to take a break for a second? Yeah. Take your time. Nobody.
Okay, so we're going to stop right there for this part. I'm not done. We're just getting started. Okay. Candus tells Chris about not being able to enjoy life without her kids, and Chris asked her to elaborate. She does, but still no tears. Then she says, I feel like everyone is against me. And then comes the tears. And I'm sorry, but this doesn't make me change my gut instinct or my first impressions. I feel bad that Candus is sad. I do. Feeling alone sucks. And I do have compassion for Candus. But it seems that her own actions and lack of have made things this way. I pray every day that Summer will be found alive and healthy. Every single day. I cry for Summer. I cry when I think about the pain that she might have suffered or that she might be suffering. I cry when I think about the possibility that Summer might be deceased, lying somewhere alone, in a dark area and decomposing. I cry when I think about the person or people who will hopefully find Summer. I cry when I think about what Summer's brothers are going through. But notice that none of those reasons are about me. It's about these children that I've never even met. That's when I get emotional, when I start thinking about them. I don't see that with Candus. Now I'm going to show you a few other things, so give me just a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a few seconds to, one, cue up the film, and two, to regroup myself. Okay, so Candus has had 6 weeks to perfect her timeline story, right? She's had 6 weeks to perfect all of the details, to remember everything that she alleges happened on June 15th, the day that Summer Wells was reported missing. So why do the small details keep changing? Why is it when Chris asks her about the small things, her tune changes? Now, her driving of that day, the places that they went, she has that down pat. She has every detail down pat of the timeline. But the small details, not so much. Okay, so I want you to watch this part right here, because this was a red flag. And I'm going to show you several of the red flags that popped up that made me feel the way that I feel about Candus after she did these interviews. Okay, so let's watch this.
And she was wide awake sitting up.
Okay.
Like, she didn't go to sleep until after we left town.
Did she change clothes?
Yeah, I changed her clothes because when I have the windows down, it could be 100 degrees. I'll have all the windows on. Roll up the window, Mommy, I'm cold. And she not be cold, but I still do it.
Is that part of Summer's
That's
personality?
just Summer.
Tell me about Summer.
Okay, so she states right there, she changed Summer's clothes because, and notice her face when she's looking at Chris. Now, I've I've done a lot of research about liars and when somebody is telling a lie. And they'll say, usually you think that when somebody is lying to you, that they'll look away from you because they feel guilt. But that's not so much always true. This is something that I learned a lot when I was reviewing Trezell West and Jacqueline West. Okay, so I found out that a lot of times when somebody is telling you a lie, they'll look right at your face. They'll look you in the eye while they're lying to you because they want to make sure that you believe them. So they're trying to be convincing, but they're also looking at you to be like, are they believing me? And just some of her little quirks. Everybody has their own telltale about a lie. And my husband calls me a human lie detector. I can usually spot a lie. I felt like that was a lie. But I don't know why. I don't know if that's when she lied or if it's just because she hasn't really thought this all the way through. I don't know. Because Then later, when they're back at the house, which they leave the lake and go straight to the house, right? Okay, so when they're at the house, Chris asks again. Let me cue that up so you can hear her answer. An hour later, give me just a second. I'll be right back. Okay, got it ready. So now we just heard Candus tell Chris that she changed Summer because when Summer gets in the truck, the windows are down, and she'll say, Mommy, roll the windows up because I'm cold, even though she's really not, but that's just who Summer is. So she changed her clothes at the swimming hole before they left, right? Then they finish the interview at the lake, and then Chris follows Candus home. So here we are, approximately maybe an hour later, if that, maybe less. And this is what Candus now tells Chris. And I'm going to take my face off the screen because I really want you to listen to what Candus says. And this video, I'm going to be going back and forth between the interview at the lake that I just showed you, that video, and this video. And this one is called Inside Summer Wells' Home and Bedroom with Candus. And I can't read the rest of the title. Okay, so I'm going to make me go away. And we're going to listen to what Candus has to say.
Got him a Mountain Dew.
Okay, where did the orange crush come from on the seat with Summer?
That was my mom's. She was drinking that and then didn't want no more of it.
And what about the candy on the sheet?
Oh, that candy's been in.
Okay, okay. And what about the pillow?
The pillow? What pillow?
Oh, she's sitting on a pillow.
Oh, Mom gets mad because if the kids get in their wet bathing suit and stuff, so I just put the pillow underneath her so Mom wasn't complaining.
Got it. Okay, okay.
Did you hear what I just heard? Now let's stop and think about that. If she changed her at the swimming hole, then she wouldn't be wet. She also said that Hunter went in the swimming hole in his shorts. He didn't have a bathing suit. He just had his shorts on. So wouldn't he be wet too? And one huge thing that stood out to me about this, let me pull that up. Okay, I got it. I'm going to take my face away again because I want you to pay attention to Candus's words. You ready? Well, this is at the property, at the home. This is still in the same interview. We're going to listen to her words here, and then we're going to go back in time an hour and listen to the words there. All right, so here we go.
12 o'clock if I let her.
Okay. How did the milk bottles get rearranged? Hunter said he had them on the floor and then he put them next to him.
They weren't.
Is that true?
No.
Okay, so walk me through that.
When we dropped them off, they were actually still on his lap.
Okay.
And he put them on the other side of Summer.
Okay. So he reached over?
Yeah, he set them over there by that. What's a black tote she had in there?
Okay. Was there? Where's that tote at?
I think I.
Okay, so you heard that, right? When I feel like she's doing anything that she can do to call Hunter out. But the milk was still on his lap when they got to his house, right? And then he took the milk and put it over on the other side of Summer when he got out. That's what she just said, right? Okay, now let's go back in time an hour. How about it? Let's try that. Give me a second. Let me cue it up and pull the other video up. Okay, so here we are, back at the lake, about an hour earlier in time, right? And we're going to listen to what she has to say about the milk here. Take me away. Here we go. Calgon, take me away. Here we go.
From there, you go back to Hunter's house.
I drop him off.
Explain the milk. The picture of
The milk, it was sitting right there beside Summer.
Okay.
Because when I handed it to Hunter in the car, he was on the outside.
Oh.
I said, Hunter, put this on the other side of Summer. I just set it over there.
Okay.
And she was wide awake sitting up.
Okay.
Like, she didn't go to sleep until after we left town.
Did she change clothes?
Yeah, I changed her clothes because...
So when she came out of the grocery and she had the milk, she handed it to Hunter and told Hunter to put it over on the other side of Summer. Right? Am I hearing this right? What do you guys think? Let me get my notes here. I have notes I have to go by notes because I had to write all these timestamps down so I knew where to go. Okay, so cases like this can be so draining because we get so invested and so hopeful. We look at every move that everybody makes. But I've been saying for weeks now that we need to listen between the words. Same as read between the lines. Candus has the main story down pat. But the smaller details, when Chris asked more than once, those smaller details changed. Let's listen to her timeline. Okay, she told a timeline while she was here at the lake, and then she told one at home also. So let's listen to those real quick. Let me go back. I believe it's right about here. Okay, let's listen to her timeline here.
Okay, so the smoke shop where you bought the...
We went to the hospital.
Right.
And picked up my mom.
Right.
And then we stopped at the smoke shop and I got mom that twisted tea that she wanted. And then I stopped at the hippie house and got me some smoked nicotine vapes, is what I got.
Okay. What flavor?
I think they were Skittles.
Okay.
Because that's kind of like.
Wait, do they have like a different flavor?
They actually taste like Skittles.
Okay.
It's the only kind I'll buy.
Okay.
If it's the only kind that she'll buy, why did she have to stop and think about the flavor? Did you notice that? She paused and... I think it's Skittles. I mean, if that's the only kind that you buy... Sorry, my mom just texted. She's at Hobby Lobby getting in trouble. If that's the only kind that you'll buy, then wouldn't you know what flavor you got? Right? What do you think about that? Something else that struck me. Okay, let's finish listening. Now, she said after she picked up mom from the hospital, they went to the smoke shop, and that's where she got the twisted tea. Then they went to the hippie house, and that's where she got the package of vapes. Okay, here we go.
And then we left from there, and we went straight down to Walgreens, and went through the drive-thru. But after we were done at the hippie house, I think we bought 3 of them, I believe. And I set them right there on the council, and he asked for one. I said, no, you can't have none.
Did he take one?
I don't know.
Okay.
Honest to God, I don't know.
Okay.
But then we went to the Walgreens and dropped off mom's prescription. I said, well, if we got to wait 30 minutes, why don't we just bring Summer down here and let her play for a little bit?
Okay.
And that's what we did.
Okay.
I mean, there was nothing. I honestly didn't see him drink nothing down here. I don't know what he's talking about. I really don't.
All right. So it's your word against his, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay. On the...
Okay, so they got mom. Then they went to the tobacco store, the smoke shop. Then they went to the hippie house. Then they went to Walgreens to drop off the prescription. And then they went to the swimming hole. So she has that pretty well down pat, right? Let me see one more thing. I think that she tells the rest of the timeline. Okay, here is more of the day.
So it's your word against his, basically.
Pretty much.
Okay. On this scenario right
Yes.
here. Okay,
I
so
just
from
need to
here,
keep
where do you
going.
guys go?
Walgreens to pick up my mom's prescription.
Okay, is that the Walgreens right down at the
Yeah,
edge
it's
here?
right straight across.
It's the one that I showed the other day that it's right down here?
Yeah, when we turned to come down here,
Yeah.
it's right there on the corner.
Okay, you get mom's prescription.
Yep.
Then what happens?
Then I told mom, I said, well, why don't we get a Sonic?
Okay.
Because it's hot out.
Right.
So we drove in there, got a Sonic.
Right across the street.
Yep, right across the street.
Okay.
And then we left from there, and I went up Moreland Drive because I had to pick up a few things. I was in the store for maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Grabbed some milk and some cheese, and I don't remember what else I bought.
Okay. And that's the food less.
Okay, she was in the store for less than 5 minutes. She had to pick up some milk and cheese, and she didn't know what else she bought. Let's listen to that one more time, because that's important, too.
I had to pick up a few things. I was in the store for maybe 5 minutes.
Okay.
Grabbed some milk and some cheese, and I don't remember what else I bought.
Okay. And that's the food less.
No, priceless.
Priceless. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
And then I was like, Hunter, you're not coming to the house. I'm sorry to tell you, but you're going back to your house.
Okay.
And I took him back to his house and dropped him off and left. And Summer was still awake when I left his house.
Okay. Okay.
And Allie did never walk to the truck and try to talk to me or
Okay.
I tried to get her to come over and talk to me, but she wouldn't.
Okay. Where does from here, when you left here, okay, and you went to Sonic, like you mentioned, what flavors do you buy? Do you remember?
I think I got me and Mom a grape.
Is that
No,
your favorite?
Not my mom.
Is that your
Summer got a
favorite?
grape. That's my favorite. I don't remember.
Okay, so that part right there. She said, I think I got me and my mom grape. And then she said, oh, no, not my mom. I meant Summer. That raised a flag for me. Oh, clothes are dry. That raised a flag for me, but I haven't figured out why yet. What do you guys think about that? Did that strike you, or did she just, oops, you know? Sometimes I get people mixed up too. It's a possibility, but it just, the way that she said it, something hit me. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to replay that part one more time, and I'm just going to play it through. But I want you guys to listen to the way that she said it, okay? Tell me if you hear it the way I hear it, or if you hear it as just, oops, I said the wrong person.
Flavors do you buy? Do you remember?
I think I got me and Mom a grape.
Is that your favorite?
Not my mom.
Is that your
Summer got a
favorite?
grape. That's my favorite. I don't remember what Mom got. She got, it's like a cool water or something like that.
Okay.
And then Hunter, I think, wanted the blue one, I think.
Okay, is that the slushy?
Yeah.
Okay.
The slushies. I don't really.
Did you buy food?
Nope.
Just the slushies?
Just the slushies.
Okay, then what happened?
And then we left from there, went to Priceless, and I wasn't even in there 5 minutes.
Okay.
Grabbed my milk, come right back out the door, and he was sitting there playing on TikTok like he always does.
Okay.
I mean, and then for him to sit there and say that he doesn't even make TikToks, I have on my phone personally, I can show you where he's made TikToks.
Okay.
Honest to God.
I hope you've given it to the officials, right?
No, actually, it's still on my phone. I haven't had a chance because I was going to talk to them Tuesday when I went back to town.
Okay,
I
got
got
it.
some business I got to take care of.
Got it, roger that. So, from there, you go back to Hunter's house.
I drop him off.
Explain the milk. The picture of...
No, it was sitting right there beside Summer.
Okay.
Because when I handed it to Hunter in the car, he was on the outside.
Oh.
I said, Hunter, put this on the other side of Summer and just set it over there.
Okay.
And she was wide awake sitting up.
Okay.
Like, she didn't go to sleep until after we left town.
Did she change clothes?
Yeah, I changed her clothes because when I have the windows down, it could be 100 degrees. I'll have all the windows up. Roll up the window, Mommy, I'm cold. And she not be cold, but I still do it.
Is that part of Summer's
That's
personality?
just Summer.
Tell me about Summer.
Tell you about
I want to know about...
Okay, so that pretty much tells us the timeline, right? Now, when they get home, he has her run through the timeline again, but she runs through it much quicker. And then he asks for all the details, the little details after. And that part we've already watched when she talked about the milk and the candy, you know, the pillow and the all of that stuff. Okay, so let's go back to the house video and watch her run through the timeline. It's identical. She gets it right because she's had 6 weeks to memorize her script, the basics, in my opinion, allegedly. Okay, here we are, back at the house, okay, and she's getting ready to run through the timeline like boom, 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 okay?
When I was on the phone with you yesterday briefly, you said he got the story out of order.
Yeah.
Okay, but it sounded like he was kind of telling the truth there.
He was kind of telling the truth, but the way he was telling where we went and how we did it was all twisted up.
What's different that you want to clear up?
Well, because when we left from the emergency room, we went straight to the smoke shop, and that's when I got the cigarettes and stuff like that there. And then we stopped at the hippie house, and I got those cheap vapes because they're cheap there. And then we went and put my mom's prescription in, and then we went to Warriors, and then we come back to Walgreens, got mom's prescription, went to Sonic, then to Priceless, then to his house.
Okay.
And that's exactly
That's the
in that
order. Okay. So he had it different from what you remember.
Right.
Okay. So
Well,
right.
it's not what I remember, it's how it was.
Okay, because you're driving.
That's the truth.
Yeah, you're
I
driving.
was driving. I knew where I was going.
Okay. And what about, he said that he asked you for the tea.
Okay, see how quick she went through that? Like, she has it right. She has it completely right. Both times. Okay? Why did she say that she changed Summer when she was leaving the swimming hole when she was at the lake? But then what, like I said, about an hour later, she says that the pillow was in the truck for Summer to sit on because she was wet. Now, this makes me question everything that she has said. Plus, I think Chris is wrong. Summer is not sitting on a pillow in the truck. Here's the picture. Do you see a pillow under Summer? I know that there has been talk of a pillow, and I don't know where that pillow was seen, but I personally am not seeing a pillow underneath this child. At all. So what pillow? What are they talking about a pillow? What is Candus talking about? Summer on a pillow. I was there a pillow? And where? I learned a lot, I've learned a lot over my time, right? I've learned to remove my emotions when I'm reviewing facts of a case. Okay, these 2 interviews did get me though. When Candus broke down about the hatred that she's gotten, I felt compassion and empathy for her. I had to watch both of these interviews 4 times each, just to be able to look at only the facts without my emotions. And I absolutely feel compassion that Candus feels alone and hated. But that doesn't change my first gut instinct, my first impression. I feel like Candus feels emotional for herself. She didn't cry when she spoke about Summer. Now, I also watched the prayer circle for Summer, and Candus was crying. But again, not for Summer. She cried when people prayed for her. When Timmy asked if anyone had anything to say to Candus, well, I'll let you watch that part. Hang on, let me get that clip, and we're going to watch a little bit of the prayer, too. Okay, now I have this part pulled up, and I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to skip through a little bit, and I'm going to play a little bit more for you. So we're only going to watch a small section of this. But this is on my channel, and it's called Summer Wells Prayer Circle 72721. And then I also added to the title, Note Robin's Prayer at 1950, because I feel like during her prayer, she put a dig in at Juanita Louise, the psychic that's helping on Summer's case. She was at the prayer vigil, or the prayer circle also. And Robin kind of put a little bit of judgment in there. So you have to go back and listen to that. It's 1950. It's noted in the title. Okay, I'm going to take my mug away, and we're going to watch what happens here.
Now, it's time to encourage family, and if you have anything to say to Candus, what God puts on your heart. This is the time to speak.
Okay, now I cannot imagine what Candus must be feeling right now. One, she's already said she doesn't like to be around people. When they were at the swimming hole, she said that they go to that part to swim because she doesn't want to go over where everybody else is. She likes to be alone. So she comes across to me as a person that doesn't like to be center of attention. And I understand that because there's a lot of times that I feel that way too. So here she is, standing in front of all of these people, and he says, does anybody want to say anything encouraging to Candus? Now's your chance. Not a peep. People look at her. That one lady is like losing it, but nobody speaks up. So this is when my compassion kicked in, and I really felt empathy for her. Really strong. Okay, we're going to continue watching.
Last chance. Anybody need to say anything to Candus? I just want to say, Candus, that Jesus.
I mean, were people confused? Did they think that maybe Timmy was asking if Candus wanted to speak up? And if Candus wanted to say anything? Because everybody keeps looking at her. That's not what he asked. He asked if anybody wants to say anything encouraging to Candus. So then he's like, okay, last chance. And then he speaks up. And he says something to her. And then, after he speaks, then the lady that was an emotional mess apologizes. And I want to listen to part of her apology because honestly, I really feel like the breakdown that she had at the lake and the breakdown that she had in this prayer circle, I think that that's when our empathy kicked in for her, right? And we can feel sorry for her and still not agree that she's completely innocent in all of this. But I've seen a lot of people change their views because of these 3 videos right here. And when I first watched them, like I said, it took me 4 times of watching each video, not the prayer vigil, but I had already watched the 2 interview videos 4 times each because I had to remove my emotions out of it and listen to what Candus was saying. And I know that that's not easy for some people to do. I've had to train myself to do it, and I've talked about it in my videos. If you're an OG of my channel, you know I've talked about all the kids' cases that I've been covering. If I put my emotions into every single case, every single thing that I looked into, every single video that I made, I would be broken. Like, there's no way I would have a channel right now because I would be completely broken, a complete mess. So I've trained myself, which I think law enforcement does it. I think the news reporters do it. I think counselors do it. You know, you have to train yourself to remove your emotions from the case. And I'm still finding it hard to do, obviously, when I have to watch one video 4 times to be able to get my emotions out of it. So it's a process. It's not something that just comes naturally for me. Some people, it does. Some people, they don't have empathy. I can't relate to those people because I do have empathy and compassion for people. So I do empathize with Candus. And I can relate to her right in this moment. I can relate to her. But that doesn't change my views and my feelings about how I feel about her being involved somehow or not being honest about everything that she's telling us about Summer Wells' disappearance. Okay, so I'm gonna skip forward just a little bit so that we can listen to this lady's apology, basically, is what it is to Candus. Okay, so I just skipped forward to after Timmy said his prayer for Candus, and then Robin said hers. And I promise you, you will want to go back and listen to what she says. She starts her prayer at 1950, but about 2003 is when she starts putting her digs in at Juanita Louise, in my opinion. Okay, now Robin just ended her prayer, and now this other lady that's standing here is going to say something to Candus. So we're going to watch.
Okay.
I'm guilty and I'm a lie about it. I fell victim to what the internet was saying. I fell victim to listening to social media. I have my own opinion, and I apologize because it's been running through my mind. All kinds of things have been running through my mind. Today, I told my friends I'm not going to go tonight But as the day went on, I changed my mind because this is about Summer. It's not about anybody's opinion. It's not about. It's just.
Bless her, Lord.
This is about Summer and her being found. And I apologize. It's just come at me from every direction. I lost a child 25, not through being lost, but he had sudden death syndrome. He would be 25, 26 today, but I know what it's like to lose a child. And, you know, they get this thing as time goes on, it's better. No, not really. But I guess I gotta trust God. I have to.
Okay, so I'm not going to play her whole speech that she did there. I have a lot of compassion for that lady too. I lost a niece that was 6 weeks old to sudden infant death syndrome, also known as SIDS. And so I do have compassion for her. But I wanted to play part of her speech there because she said she fell into what social media was saying. And that's when you have to stop and reevaluate yourself. I hear rumors all day long. I mean, everywhere we look on YouTube right now, somebody's doing a video for Summer Wells. And it's somebody's opinion, somebody's theory, somebody's rumor, or whatever. So you have to separate what is rumor and what is fact. And just going on what facts that I can remember, that I can find, that I have seen, I still have the same opinion. And then going on what I've gotten from Spirit, what I've gotten on my Spirit Box sessions, what I've gotten during my readings, I still feel like Candus and Dawn are not being 100% honest with us. So do I want to accuse this mother of something that she may not have done? No. And I would never come straight out and say, oh, Candus did this. I know it. I know for a fact Candus did this or that. I would never do that. But I am going to speculate, and I am going to discuss my opinions and my theories. Give me just a second. Look at my notes here, where I'm going here. Actually, no, I know. I know. Because I guess my point after all of this clips that we've watched here, I'm sure that we all felt compassion for Candus. But what bothers me is I feel like Candus felt more compassion for herself than for her daughter Summer, in my opinion, of course. I hope that you'll tell me what you think about all of this. Do you see Candus being more emotional for herself or more for Summer? Do you have a logical reason why Candus gave two different stories about Summer? Was she wet, or did she change her clothes? Did Hunter set the milk over by Summer, or did he hold it on his lap all the way until they got to his house and then he set it beside Summer? Why did Candus shed more tears for herself than she did for Summer? I have to go with my first impression and my gut instinct. I do have compassion for Candus, but Summer is the victim here. She is my main focus, not Candus. I do believe that Candus and Dawn do wish that Summer was back. I do believe them when they say that. But I believe that they want her back so that all of the hate and accusations against them will stop. It reminds me of Letitia Stout. When she did the backwards interview, and she said something about Gannon coming home so that he could tell everyone that she was innocent and she didn't hurt him, knowing that he was deceased because she murdered him, allegedly, since she hasn't been convicted yet. But she is incarcerated, awaiting trial currently. Let me see if I can grab that clip. Okay, so I found the interview that Letitia Stout was doing with the news. It's on a channel called Aaron in Wonderland, and the title of the video is Tisha Stout interview, Aaron in Wonderland. Okay, so this is the interview that Letitia Stout did when her stepson, Gannon Stout, had been reported missing. He vanished. Same way Summer did, just vanished. Now, Letitia had a few different stories about how Gannon vanished, but I want you to listen to what she's saying here. This is where my mind goes immediately when I see parents that I feel deception from Now, let me clarify too. When Candus and Dawn when Dawn first started talking about Summer, like I said, I prayed that they had nothing to do with it. But when I heard him start talking, I got a bad gut instinct. Something was telling me something is off here. And then he did another interview, and then Candus and Dawn do an interview together. And I watched it and I was like, okay, maybe Dad did something. Let's see what Mom has to say. And when they did that interview, and I started with an open mind and an open heart. I truly did. 1000%. I truly did. I had flashbacks to this interview. So I'm going to go ahead and play it for you now. I'm going to take my mug away so that you can look at the back of her head. She wouldn't even show her face on camera. So she said she was getting too much hate from social media. I can imagine. But social media was right in this case. Let's watch.
Here, not necessarily crime rates, but the way that people are reacting online to rumors about you with the search.
Oh yes, wow. The rumors have gotten so bad. I pretty much have been told at least 10 different ways that these conspiracy theories. I guess they watch a lot of law shows and maybe they have all these theories on how Gannon is dead, and that's what they're saying. So I'm like, why are you saying Gannon is dead? He is not dead. We are going to find Gannon. And that's the main goal that we all have. My family has. Just because you haven't seen us, we have that same goal. And we've been out searching. My aunt has been out searching. My family has been out searching. We all have been doing that together so that we could protect each other.
How does it feel?
Sound familiar? I mean, not exact words, right? But you get the same idea. But then Letitia took it one step further. And actually, she asked to redo the interview. This is one ending right here. But then and I didn't follow this case to a T, not like I have been with Summer. But she did a different ending where she cried for Gannon. Okay, so we're gonna watch this part though, because this part right here, when I heard this part, I knew she was guilty of something. I didn't know what, but I knew she was guilty of something. Okay? But keep in mind, Gannon is already deceased at this point while she's doing this interview. She knows that Gannon is deceased, allegedly, because she murdered him, allegedly. Okay, here we go. This is how people lie, okay?
When not only you have a lost child who you are in care of, but then people blaming you for that child not being there.
You know, I'm just ready for Gannon to come home. Most importantly, for him to see his family. But second, I am going to be so ecstatic when I'm able to say to people that I hope they have a really sincere apology for all these theories that have came out online, for all the things they said that I have done or people have done. And I just want everyone to know that we're going to find Gannon. And I love him so much. I've helped taking care of him for so long.
Can you talk to me a little bit about him? I don't know him.
Okay, so there was that part. And then here's this part.
Any message for Gannon?
The message for Gannon I have is, Gannon, when you get here, you'll be able to truly tell what happened. And then I really hope I get a sincere apology from everyone who has made all those things, especially from my husband. We just wanted to add a message to Gannon from my family, is that we love you and miss you. And we hope that you come home soon. And Gannon, I can't wait till you can come home and let everyone know that you're okay. We love you.
So, when people like me question the parents or the family, it's from what past cases have taught us. Immediately, I think about Letitia and Gannon. And I also think about Lori Vallow and JJ and Tylee, Susan Smith and her boys, Josh Powell and his boys, Chris Watts and his entire family, Casey Anthony and little Kaylee, Terrell Rhodes and Amari Nicholson, and James Hutchinson. I mean, there's so many parents or family that have murdered their own children. It has happened, and it does continue to happen, unfortunately. I always say that we need to keep an open mind and look at every case from every perspective. We must also separate our emotions from facts of the case. It's not easy to do, but I'm getting better at it. I did have a weak moment for Candus a few times. Like I said, I do have compassion and I do have empathy. And so according to Sloan Bella, I'm a clairsentient. I believe that that's how it's said. I absorb other people's feelings and energy, and then I hold it inside and I have to cleanse my own energy. I do have strong empathy, but according to Sloan, empaths absorb everyone's negative energy, process it, and then transmute it and put it back out into the universe cleansed. So I guess I'm not an empath. I'm clairsentient. I'll try to leave that link to the video where Sloan talks about that and explains it all. So I guess I absorb it and push it aside while I focus on just the facts and the words. So please let me know what you think about Candus. Do you still feel the same as you did when you had your first impression, your first gut instinct? Or did you change your views after these interviews? And if you did change your mind and you feel that Candus is completely 100% innocent in Summer's disappearance, please tell me why. Tell me your views and your reasoning to support them, please. I'm very interested in what you think now that I've pointed out all of the things that I did in this video. Make sure that you're subscribed. Ring the bell, hit the all option, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. I cannot wait to read your comments after this. I'm very interested in this. And I also put a poll over on my community tab. If you want to head over there and check that out and put your vote in for me. I'm very interested. Okay. And don't forget, memberships are available. Join the squad, the spooky squad, or the super spooky squad, depending on what perks you want, in addition to all of the free stuff that you already get. So that's it. That's all I had to say. I got it all out. I was worried about how long it was going to take, and it wasn't so bad. So I thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I love you bunches. Hey, thanks for watching this video all the way to the end. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and ring my bell if you enjoy this type of content. Leave a comment below with any questions or suggestions that you have. I do read all comments. I need your help to fit the puzzle pieces together that we learned in this video. No bad vibes here, please. No drama. My channel is a safe place for all of you. Leave your thoughts about this puzzle below in the comments so that we can figure this out together. We discuss true crime and paranormal here. I'm bringing true crime stories and missing person cases to the spirits. I'm getting the spirits to help us find answers and hopefully solve questions we all have. So again, make sure that you're subscribed and ring my bell so that you don't miss my next video. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video or the thumbs down if you didn't. Share this video out on all of your social media so that we can spread the word about this case. And don't forget to read the description box. There's a lot of great info, including the link to the Spirit Seeker Squad Facebook group and so much more. Again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.